Protect your DNA. BioPQQ can promote formation of new mitochondria. Infowarsstore.com.
I think we've got Kit Daniels standing by.
We're getting rid of
Go ahead, Kit.
We're going to
Yes, Leanne. I got this really revealing tweet. It says right here, great news for Trump fans. His victory is wide-reaching. 29% of 100K income, 29% of women, 30% college grads if he keeps that up. Now, the reason I bring this up is earlier on Fox News, they said on, I think it was exit polls, that Trump was getting about 29% of independents' votes. And last week, GOP strategist Roger Stone also said that Trump has an extreme amount of crossover support from Democrats. You know, he's attracting a lot of the blue-collar Democrats that voted for Obama in both 2008 and 2012. So, and this is why Iowa is so revealing. You know, people are saying that he lost Iowa, but in fact, his second place finish was a victory because think about it, Iowa was only for registered Republicans. I think it was just long-term Republicans that were voting in that. He still came in second place. And now we see in New Hampshire in a primary where independents and Democrats can even vote for Republican candidates. He just ran away with it. So this, I think the New Hampshire victory really shows his strength in a general election.
I think in a general election, I think you're right, Kit. You're talking about the fact that he got like 30-some-odd% of the vote, but that holds pretty consistent across all these demographics in terms of income, in terms of sex, in terms of age, and with the independents. I think it's very clear, and it's been clear to me for a long time, that Donald Trump has got a lot of blue-collar support, people who have seen how they've been damaged as we've exported jobs and imported workers. Those are the people who were Reagan Democrats, and I think you're going to see a lot of those people breaking for Trump. I think you saw them as independents voting for Trump in New Hampshire as well. But yeah, it's very interesting to see that 30% support breaks through across a wide cross-section of demographics.
Yeah, if I could add just one more thing really quickly, on Drudge Report's reporting that Hillary Clinton, the only two demographics that she won, I believe, was 65 plus and people that make over $200,000 a year.
Oh, the Goldman Sachs crowd.
Yeah, they don't want to give their money to Bernie.
Yeah, it's like the same as the Jeb Bush crowd. I mean, you see a Jeb Bush event.
She's supported by the 1%.
That's interesting. That's very interesting. Well, it's going to be interesting to see how this breaks down in further contests. New Hampshire is a more accurate predictor, I think, of the way things are going to go than Iowa was. Certainly for the Republicans, because we've seen the last several contests in Iowa. They have picked Huckabee. They picked Santorum. Iowa is skewed. The Republican Party is a very small part of the Iowa voters, and it's dominated by a few kingmakers who move it towards people who they perceive as being evangelicals. And that's what Cruz did to win Iowa.
Right.
And that's what happened with Huckabee. That's what happened with Santorum. And so if you get a few people that are going to be these kingmakers telling everybody, this guy is the Christian candidate, he's going to win in Iowa, but he's not necessarily going to win anywhere else based on that kind of demographic. So it really is not a good predictor of who the nominee is. New Hampshire has been much more accurate in that for the GOP.
Absolutely.
Yeah, if I may add, I mean, Ted Cruz, he won the evangelicals, but think about it this way. He had to lie to do it.
Yes,
Right.
yes, exactly.
Yeah, you don't hear him invoking the body of Christ anymore, not in New Hampshire, any other speeches that he's given. So you can sort of really see that pandering, which I did not like.
Well, what he did was he stuck a knife in the back of the other candidate that he was competing for the Christian vote, which is Ben Carson. It's one of the dirtiest tricks I've ever seen. It's a tried and true tactic that the day of the election, you're going to throw out some false innuendo about somebody and hurt them before they can respond to it and get the truth out. What Ted Cruz and his entire staff did was, as the caucus was starting, they started spreading this rumor, this lie that Carson was out. And that is still really hurting him. And, of course, Carson is not going to his New Hampshire primary party. He's flying to Florida again. You know, he's done this in both of these contests. He didn't go to the, to the follow-up contest, and he actually didn't even campaign. He had very little presence there in New Hampshire to start with.
The globalist social engineers are not just targeting us with propaganda. They are manipulating our genetics. We are being targeted at every level by estrogen mimickers that lower our testosterone and other hormones and natural compounds that the body needs. After consulting top doctors, nutritionists, pharmacists, and others, we have developed what I believe is the ultimate non-GMO organic super male vitality formula sourced from powerful organic herbs and then concentrated for maximum potency. Super male vitality was developed to activate your body's own natural processes instead of using synthetic chemicals. Super male vitality by Infowars Life is so powerful that I only take half the recommended dose. For a limited time, we are offering 15% off Super Male Vitality at InfoWarsLife.com to introduce you to this powerful supplement. Visit InfoWarsLife.com today to secure your Super Male Vitality. InfoWarsLife.com.